Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 7.3.5 easy path for completion. The nodes are going to be Technical Suppression, Grudge and Aggressive Regeneration. So with Technical Suppression, anytime you bring in a tech champion and use a special attack, there's a 100% chance to heal block the opponent, but you will get your power gain increased by 70%. With Grudge, if the defender is suffering from a heal block or power lock, and the attacker will have 100% power gain rate, but whenever they will expire, there will be a debuff immunity for 5 seconds with the defender. And Picture of Health is the defender is immune to regenerate modification, and aggressive regen is every 2 seconds on a timer. There will be a charge that will give the defender regen, and you cannot modify it because of Picture of Health, so your petrified champions will not work. Your boss is going to be Elsa, Bloodstone, Cable and Warlock. I will gonna tackle Cable with magic on this video, so stay tuned to the end. And the defenders are pretty straightforward, they're not really difficult. The annoying one is going to be the Rhino. We'll discuss more about him later. And different viable attackers that you can use are going to be with heal block or heal reversal, or you can also use power control champions, all about keeping that aggression regeneration down. Your critical champions will also work really good, and your ramp up champions. And for your mastery and boost, you can use a tech champion. You can use tech champions that will help you on this path, and you can also use the boost with them. Some cheesy champions will be somebody like Ultron, can also be your ghost. Also Archangel will be really good for the whole path, so it will help you out. So then mastery setups is going to be your defense and utility. For me, it always remains the same. And I have two setups, one for suicides and one with non-suicides. For this one, I'm going without suicides, so yeah, you can check them out and you can follow the same as well. Now before I jump to the part, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot. So the first defender is going to be a Jubilee, who is a very easy and straightforward fight. Just keep her to her special one, because that is very easy to evade, and she just literally jumps and comes down, so you can easily evade that. Her SP2 can be sometimes a bit tricky, so this is a very good fight to charge up your Corvus, your Apocalypse, or you can also build up your Aegon for the upcoming path. Aegon is pretty good against two of the bosses, so Aegon is a good option to go here. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to get to 3 bars of power as close as possible, and then throw an SP2, and that will put a heal block on the opponent. And then my power rate is increased because of the node Grudge, and I can get 2 specials back to back, and because of Grudge I also get a Fury. So yeah, that's the way to play this path. I would just bring in champions that are either have natural heal blocks, like for example Warlock, or for example Ultron is really good against mutants, or you can also use like Archangel, or you can bring in champions like Starlord, Aegon and all those ramp up champions and build up your damage and kill of the opponents. This part is pretty simple and pretty straightforward. I'm actually very surprised that the 7.3.4 path was actually was more difficult than this one. This one you can actually do with any champion. You don't need tech champions or any specific champions. You just need to control the aggressive regen and you'll be just fine. But then tech champions help with the extra heal block. So yes guys, this fight is going to be Ronin. Now Ronin is again not a really hard defender to deal with. The only problem is that he can shrug off your parries because of his stances, especially his rate stance that reduces the attacker's 40% ability accuracy, and that will cause your parries not to trigger. And if you're not careful, if you leave your block, he will hit you really hard, and even 1 or 2 hits take away more than half of your HP. So just be careful about that. And I'm just gonna use an Archangel first to get the natural class advantage, and secondly the Neurotoxin will keep the heals away. Even if he doesn't throw a special, he is stubborn, and those stacks of regen are going up. I wouldn't mind that because there is a Neurotoxin on the opponent. So yes guys, I hope that is helpful. I'll see you on the next defender. Now next defender is going to be Mr. Sinister. Now usually he would be a very annoying defender because of technical suppression node. He is not that difficult to deal with. Just bring in all of your tech champions and they will work really well. In my case, I'm going to use a Warlock. So Warlock has his own built-in heal block with the transmute virus. If not, when I throw in my specials, there will be a heal block because of technical suppression as well. So that will help me out, and I will be able to control the power for Mr. Sinister as well, as because he will try to regen back from the crits, and because of transmute virus he will then because of regen he will be power drained. You can also use Ghost here, and with Ghost, I know she crits a lot, but because of the technical suppression node, when you throw a special, she will heal block Mr. Sinister and those crits will register. Or if you want to go another route, that is, you can bring in champions like Guardian and as well as Gilly 2999 who do not crit, so there is no regen from Mr. Sinister. That is also a good way to go about it. Also, Ultron is a good option. He just murders all the mutants, and also Archangel, you can just put on the neurotoxins and watch him die. So usually Mr. Sinister anywhere is a really difficult fight. I'm still getting my horrors from 6.2, but here it's a pretty easy straightforward one because you can very easily put up those heal blocks. Next defender is going to be a Rhino. Now I'm gonna use an Elsa Bloodstone. Now Elsa Bloodstone does not have a heal block, he does not have any of those abilities. This is just to showcase you can literally bring in any champion and they will work. I brought in Elsa Bloodstone because of her high damage capability with the critical hits, so you can do the same if you have a Corvus, if you have Ghost, or any champions that do crit a lot, like even Hitmonkey. All of those champions will work. All you need to do that you will need to stay close to Rhino. You will notice that I'm right on his face and I'm not giving him much space. I'm not letting him use his dash medium because he will go unstoppable and maybe sometimes unblockable and I'll be clipped. So I'm just taking to a corner and I keep hitting him right there, and when he has one bar of power I try to bait it out and then I can go back in. That is my into him and I can easily kill him off. And because of all the extra crits and those, he's an Excel champion, so extra behemoth blast from those rounds from Elsa Bloodstone, it's a pretty quick and easy fight. You can do the same with other champions as well. All of these viable champions work. Or you can even go ahead and bring in somebody like Hitmonkey or somebody with crits, or even it's a good fight to ramp up your Aegon as well, you can use him. So I hope that helps, guys. I'll see you on the next defender. The next defender is going to be a Black Widow OG. Now again, I like using class advantage champions because that make the fight shorter. So I am going to use here Archangel and just parry and heavy my way away. The only thing you need to take care about is Black Widow's sig ability. Because of subtlety, it might happen if you're not using Archangel that her parries will not register, so you have to wait her heavy out before you go into her. With Archangel, it's easier because Archangel's ability accuracy cannot be reduced because of his dupe, so he will always be able to parry Black Widow. And the final fight before the boss will be a very tanky Apocalypse. Now for him, I would suggest you to bring in to build in a tech champion. Ultron works as well, because firstly he is a mutant, so you will get the natural class advantage, and you can also be able to heal lock him. Now I'm going to use a Star-Lord, and I'm very comfortable evading his SP2. If you're not comfortable evading his SP2, I would suggest you to stay to an SP1 and block the first two hits, and then you can dex the first one. So having said that, what I'm trying to do here is build up really close to 3 bars of power with Star-Lord, and you know, with every hit he will ramp up. So all I'm trying to do is to bait out his specials and then slowly build up my meter. Once I'm up to 40 or 50 hits range, then I will do all of my damage. I can just throw 2 special tools back to back, and that will kill him off quick. You can use Warlock as well, you can use Corvus as well, you can use Ultron as well. So there's quite a few champions you can use. If you're not comfortable with his specials and they're dealing you a lot of damage, you can also use somebody like Stark Spidey, who can auto evade all of his stuff. Magneto also works here. With Magneto, what you can do is to throw an SP1, so Apocalypse will get bleeds, and then he will go bleed immune, and once he is bleed immune, then you can just build up to an SP3 and use that with 40 prowesses, and you can kill him off. Now the boss fight is going to be against a Cable, who is very annoying if you're not able to get his control on his power. So starting first is going to be a Surge Protector node. Now with him, you will notice there are 10 power gain charges and now 15 on him on his side of it. So it's all about who's going to use their special attack before. So if he uses the special attack before, he will get extra power. He will consume all of those charges and he will get extra power, and a lot of times he will just get to a full bar of power, full 3 bars of power, and kill you off. And with you, it's about, if you use your special attack, then for every surge charge he has on himself, he will be given direct damage equal to attacker's modified attack. So the best way I would suggest you is to bring in a power control champion, so you don't need to worry about his regen and you don't need to worry about his power gain. And like I'm using magic, I can just go in the corner, intercept, and kill him off. Or you can also bring in somebody like Magneto, because Cable is a metal champion, or Ghost with Hood also works, because you can just simply not worry about his specials. You can just with Hood synergy, you can just phase them off. Also a good power controller like Doom will also work, and also Cosmic Ghost Rider is also a good option. With all of those stacking armor breaks, he will also make short work of Cable. Now remember, he has enhanced abilities as well, so he is going to trigger that regen, he is going to trigger that power control, so you try to have an answer for that. And also there is Vigorous Assault, so whenever he has regen, he is going to be unblockable. So what I would suggest you to do, not give in an SP1, stay very close to an SP1 and go back, and then let him come and parry into you, and you use 4 hit combos and block, and with all of that power gain, you should be able to push him to an SP2. And his SP2 is much easier to evade, so the lesser the power, the more easier it is to fight him. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the tips and tricks. If you did guys, make sure to leave a comment, like the video and subscribe to the channel. All of that really helps me out a lot. And next up will be 7.3.6 Kang. It might take me a couple of days to get everything right and the collaterals and everything. So see you then guys, and I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.